What's up, y'all? I'm Ashley, owner of Braids, Bees, and Things, and welcome to my channel. So, honestly, I've had this idea for a long time, and when I say a long time, I'm talking about long time ago. So, I finally decided to put pen to paper, so here we go. In this series, I'm going to be posting, can you guess? That's right, hair videos, of course. But instead of going on and on about nothing, I'm going to be talking about Black women who I feel are little known or never really, just nobody don't really know them. They ain't get their flowers, whatever it is. I think they're important, so that's what we're going to talk about on my channel. So my first video is going to be you guys watching me just add the rollers to the end of Zion's braids. She has knotless braids and she wanted curly ends. This video is actually really old, but I have so much unused content in my phone, so we probably gonna bounce back from old to new, old to new. So yeah, here we go. Today's video is in honor of Miss Mary Ellen Pleasant, who is she's the mother of the civil rights movement and one of the first Black millionaires in this country. We always hear about Madam C.J. Walker and Oprah. I'm sure a lot of us have not heard about Mary Ellen Pleasant, and so here we go. So, of course, her actual birthday is unknown, but it is said that she was born enslaved and then freed at an early age. She was raised in Nantucket, which, be honest, I did not realize Nantucket was a place where people live. Don't come for me. I just know the drink, and then there's like a couple commercials. So yeah, so that was very interesting to find out. But yeah, so Miss Pleasant was raised in Nantucket during the golden era of whaling. While she never received a formal education, Miss Pleasant said that she learned everything she could about people and money by working in a general store owned by the whaler and his wife that were pretty much put in charge of raising her. And I'm not sure if they were Black or white. More than likely Black if she was just, out there chilling or whatever. But I really can't say. Unlike most Black women of the time, she was taught to read and write by the sons of abolitionists who took her in after she left the whaling family. And knowing what I know about abolitionists, again, I really can't tell you if they were Black or white. I know either way they were sympathetic to her plight, and so they not only took her in, but they taught her to read and write, which is amazing because, as we all know, reading and writing is the foundation to pretty much everything. So, Miss Pleasant was able to take that knowledge as well as everything she learned in the general store to work on going to amass millions of dollars, which is amazing to me because millions of dollars in 2024 is crazy. So, like, millions of dollars back then, like in the 18 early 1900s, like, that's crazy. My girl was out here putting in work. Okay, so she actually once stated that her goal was to make as much money as she could so that she would be able to help as many people as she could. And that's actually kind of my goal too. I want to, not to get too much into it, whatever, because this is about Miss Mary Ellen Pleasant, but essentially my goal is I want to be able to do kids hair for free. Whatever that looks like for me, that's what I want to do, is to be able to do boys and girls kids hair for free, no cost to their parents. So I need to figure that out, actually make some more money like my girl Mary did. But anyway, because of her race, she really didn't want people to know that she was wealthy, so she portrayed herself as a housekeeper and a cook long after she had her coins. My girl was a millionaire, and she was still scrubbing the people's floors, and I'm pretty sure it was for safety more than anything. But I couldn't imagine. And I'm not saying that I would have been uppity, but baby girl, I have money in my bank account and you think I'm about to wipe your ass? That's crazy. My bad. I got off topic. But oh yes, I'm sorry. She also used this as a way to rub elbows with the who's who in California so that she could get secrets for both her investments and her work on the Underground Railroad because like she said, what is having all this money if you ain't gonna use it for good? And what more good is there than the Underground Railroad? So her businesses included stables, a dairy farm, a tenant farm, and a money lending business, all of which she employed former enslaved Africans. And I'm always going to refer to them as enslaved Africans because I don't just like saying we were slaves. It just feels uncomfortable to me. So, former enslaved Africans is the way I refer to them. Uh, Queen Mother Mary, her underground work included providing transportation to black men and women to California. She helped William Marcus West establish a boarding house that doubled as a safe house for runaways. She also helped enslaved people who traveled with their owners escape while they were in California. So, my girl was really out here. My girl Murray also played a key role in help financing John Brown's famous raid on Harper's Ferry. And I'm sure you guys know about John Brown. I'm really not going to talk about him at all, actually, because this is about black women, and he is not a black woman. But you can look him up and everything that he did, and just know Miss Mary Ellen Pleasant was the queen that pretty much bankrolled that whole thing with him, and for that I thank her. So essentially she was showing us since way back then when black women we have always been pretty much the hidden faces behind some of our greatest movements, and I will get more into that as this series goes on. But pretty much behind every great man, almost black or white, you will find a black woman somewhere doing something great or helping them to do something great. And I bankroll that statement, actually. But that's another story for another time. Ain't gonna get too much into it. Miss Pleasant was really out here putting her money where her mouth was. She helped provide money and shelter to fugitive former enslaved Africans. You can't really see, but I'm rolling my eyes very hard. I don't like the word fugitive, but here we are. Archie Lee is a person that she helped. Once again, you can look him up for your own reference. I will not be discussing him. He was one of many enslaved persons that she helped to attain legal resources when attempts were made to extradite him out of California and return him to slavery. Miss Pleasant also helped women of any background who were at significant risk. She helped them with food, clothing, housing, and even a safe place for their children to live until they got back on their feet. My favorite random fact, however, is that she also used to arrange marriages. And with those arranged marriages, she usually matched her proteges, heavy on the air quotes for proteges, with wealthy men, so they could essentially take notes and keep tabs on them. Once she got the information from her girls, she used it to blackmail the rich men. Then she took the money and used it for her legitimate businesses, like helping enslaved Africans not only make it to freedom, but sustain themselves after. In 1875, Miss Pleasant was worth a total of $30 million, or $740,272,727 today. After the war, she stopped working as a housekeeper to have more time to spend on civil rights work. Also, as well, in addition, because Mary Ellen Pleasant was just amazing, she is also the Pleasant in the famous court case Pleasant versus North Beach and Mission Railroad Company, in which the city outlawed segregation in the city's public conveyances. So, long story short, Miss Mary Ellen Pleasant was not to be played with, okay? Because of her money and social status, local whites were, of course, hating on my girl and started calling her Mammy Pleasant. Like, that's really giving hater. That's crazy. They even published it in the newspaper. Like, not Mary Ellen Pleasant, but Mammy Pleasant. Like, really. She ain't like it, but she also ain't care because my girl had money to spend and lives to save. Unfortunately, by 1892, while she had her investments, Miss Pleasant was pretty much cash poor. That same year, however, she donated what would be $1,000 in today's dollars to help found St. Mary's College. Pleasant died peacefully in 1904 and was interned at a cemetery in Napa, California, and Napa Valley, California. I'm sorry. In the last years of her life, many people tried to get her to sit down for recorded interviews, but she always declined, stating that she didn't want to get her friends in trouble. And if you're one of us, you know, essentially she was saying, I'm not a snitch. We did what we did, and that's that. Leave me alone. Her. Despite the controversies surrounding her life, Queen Mother Mary Ellen Pleasant left a legacy behind as a fearless advocate for abolition and civil rights. Her contributions to the Underground Railroad and her role in challenging racial discrimination in the courts are remembered as crucial elements of African American history. Okay, that's it. First video in what I hope to make a never-ending series of notable Black women in history. I feel essentially never got their flowers. You can like, comment, and subscribe. It would be very, very, very much appreciated. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at Braids These Things, and you can head over to my website at www.braidsbeadsthings.com to book your next appointment with me. This is just a little extra plug, but of course, you guys know I am a licensed braider, which means that you will be shampooed when you're sitting in my chair. Braiding hair is also included in most, if not all, of my services. If it's not included, it will be stated on my website. Beads and accessories are included for kids. Hope to see you guys soon. Make sure you comment and let me know what you think about this video and my rambling. I know I kind of messed up, but I really didn't feel like re-recording, so I skipped. So let me know.